conflicts in relationships are often unavoidable. No matter how close or deep the bond may be, differences and friction are bound to arise. After all, everyone comes with their unique background, emotional needs, and life experiences. When men and women come together, these differences can lead to misunderstandings, hurt feelings, and even intense arguments. You might find yourself caught in a whirlpool of emotions or unsure of how to express your feelings when conflicts arise. So why is emotional control especially important during these times? Because when we can manage our emotions, we have the ability to articulate our needs more clearly and avoid saying hurtful things in the heat of the moment. Staying calm not only helps us prevent minor issues from escalating into major conflicts but also gives us the opportunity to gain a deeper understanding of our partner's inner needs. In ancient Greek philosophy, Stoicism emphasized harmonizing emotions through reason. This rational approach might be the key to finding balance in conflicts. When we realize that many issues are beyond our control, we can better release our anxiety and tension, facing relationship challenges with a more composed mindset. In the upcoming discussion, we'll explore how effective emotional control can help handle conflicts in relationships, not just to reduce arguments but also to find new opportunities for understanding and growth with each conflict. Don't close the video. This one is for those who want to make progress in their emotional relationships and seek more mature, rational communication. Before we dive in, be sure to subscribe to our channel for more content aimed at improving your quality of life. In relationships, conflicts often stem from an intangible yet powerful force: emotional needs. Each person has their own emotional needs. Some require more care and attention, while others crave greater freedom and independence in the relationship. When these needs go unmet or are misunderstood, conflicts can arise. Have you ever found yourself in a situation where all you wanted was to be understood and heard, only to feel even more isolated and frustrated by your partner's response? Communication is the glue that holds relationships together, and poor communication can create cracks in that bond. Often, conflicts aren't triggered by a major event but by a buildup of small misunderstandings over time. A particular tone in a conversation or an unintended slight can be enough to make someone feel emotionally hurt. Have you ever experienced this kind of subtle emotional injury? Sometimes, your partner may not even realize their actions or words are making you feel undervalued, but these subtle feelings can accumulate and eventually explode into larger conflicts. In relationships, both partners seek emotional support and understanding. However, when the nuances in communication are overlooked, it becomes challenging to meet these emotional needs. For example, if a simple conversation comes across with impatience or indifference, it can make the other person feel ignored or even dismissed. This invisible emotional harm can simmer in the subconscious, affecting trust and intimacy. Beyond communication, differences in values and expectations are common sources of conflict in relationships. Each person's upbringing and experiences shape their unique worldview and life philosophy. When two people come together, these differing values can become a source of friction. For instance, differing expectations regarding work-life balance, future planning, or handling family responsibilities can easily lead to conflicts. However, differences don't have to be irreconcilable. The key is finding a balance where you can retain your core values while reaching a consensus with your partner. It's crucial to learn to embrace each other's differences and find equilibrium through rational and patient communication. During conflicts, we often rush to defend our own positions and overlook our partner's needs and feelings. It's precisely in these moments that emotional control becomes essential. Through calm dialogue and in-depth discussions, we can identify shared points to work towards together. In relationships, challenges related to family responsibilities and role division often trigger significant conflicts. Especially in today's society, where people juggle multiple roles, finding balance between work, family, and personal life is a common struggle. Whether taking on primary caregiving responsibilities at home or handling heavy workloads, emotional needs can become particularly pressing under such stress. If these needs aren't properly addressed, long-term frustration and dissatisfaction can lead to tension and conflict in the relationship. Everyone may play multiple roles in a relationship: professional at work, partner at home, parent to children, etc. Conflicts between these roles often leave one feeling stretched thin. When someone invests considerable energy in their work while also shouldering major family responsibilities, emotional pressure can build up. If their partner fails to understand or share this burden, unmet emotional needs can lead to feelings of frustration. Balancing these responsibilities hinges on open communication and shared responsibilities. Clear division of tasks and role awareness help both partners better understand each other's contributions and efforts in different areas. When discussing the distribution of work and family duties, it's important for both partners to recognize each other's stress points and emotional needs, ensuring no one feels neglected or overburdened. An uneven distribution of responsibilities can affect not just daily operations but also emotional bonds. Often, one partner may feel they are handling more household chores without receiving adequate emotional support. This imbalance can be a major source of conflict. For example, if one partner invests significant time and energy in childcare and housework while the other is unaware of the strong emotional needs behind these efforts, problems can gradually build up. In such cases, open communication and emotional expression are crucial. By honestly sharing feelings and needs, both partners can reduce misunderstandings. More importantly, it's essential to meet each other's emotional needs on top of practical support. Providing emotional support and encouragement, in addition to actual help, is also a vital aspect of maintaining a stable relationship. This isn't just about sharing responsibilities but about strengthening the emotional connection through support and understanding. The gap between expectations and reality in family responsibilities is another significant challenge in relationships. Often, partners have differing expectations about their roles in the household. One might expect to handle fewer chores, while the other might hope for more involvement from their partner. If these differences are not communicated effectively, they can spark conflicts. For example, sometimes we may unconsciously project our own standards and expectations onto our partner, hoping they will manage household tasks in our preferred way. When reality doesn't meet these expectations, emotional dissatisfaction arises. This discrepancy can affect not just the distribution of household responsibilities but also the overall perception and satisfaction with the relationship. To address this issue, both partners need to engage in ongoing communication to identify differences between expectations and reality. By listening patiently and understanding each other's perspectives, they can adjust their views on family responsibilities and find a balance that works for both. This approach not only reduces conflicts but also enhances overall relationship satisfaction. Emotions in relationships serve not only as a bond connecting partners but also as a powerful tool for managing conflicts. Whether dealing with everyday pressures or disagreements within the relationship, effectively harnessing emotional power can help resolve many potential crises. In this section, we'll explore how emotional control and sensitivity can ease conflicts and ultimately strengthen emotional connections. Emotional control isn't about suppressing emotions but rather about achieving a balance between calmness and reason. Stoics advocate that, while we should be aware of our emotions in the face of external conflicts, we should not let them dictate our actions. As Marcus Aurelius wrote in Meditations, what we can control are our own actions and responses, not external events. This captures the essence of emotional control. By using reason to guide our emotions, we can avoid losing our composure during conflicts, maintain a clear mindset, and address the core issues without letting emotions escalate. Emotional sensitivity plays another crucial role here. Sensitivity doesn't imply vulnerability but rather the ability to quickly perceive changes in your partner's emotions. Stoicism emphasizes the need to stay keenly observant of the external world while understanding which emotions we can control and which are influenced by external factors. This awareness helps us better understand our partner's feelings during conflicts and adjust our responses accordingly. For instance, when a partner is feeling down or disappointed, providing emotional support rather than reacting with heightened emotions can prevent conflicts from escalating. By finding emotional calmness in our interactions, we can offer more care and understanding. Stoicism also teaches that combining reason with emotion helps us handle relationship challenges more effectively. Good communication involves more than just expressing oneself, it requires listening to seek understanding and resonance. As noted in the Enchiridion by Epictetus, maintaining a calm mind and not being swayed by others' intense reactions is crucial. This means that active listening not only helps de-escalate conflicts but also builds trust and empathy between partners. Consider a scenario where one partner feels ignored or misunderstood, and the other is unaware of this. By exercising rational self-control, pausing emotional responses, listening patiently to the partner's feelings, and empathizing with their emotions, conflicts can often be quickly resolved. This rational approach aligns with the Stoic attitude towards external situations. We cannot change others' emotions, but we can control how we respond to them. In expressing needs, Stoicism also advocates for using calm and clear language, which can prevent conflicts from escalating and enhance the effectiveness of communication. Trust and security are at the heart of emotional connections, and they are often built during conflicts through our management and expression of emotions. Stoicism suggests that trust in a relationship is not based on the other person's actions but on our own understanding and tolerance of each other. During conflicts, demonstrating understanding and respect makes the partner feel valued and accepted, which in turn encourages adjustments in future conflicts. As Marcus Aurelius noted in Meditations, true power is not about overpowering others but controlling oneself. When we maintain emotional calm and firmness during conflicts, our partner will naturally feel safer. This emotional stability can be expressed through thoughtful gestures, such as a gentle word, a hug, or actions that show consideration for the partner's feelings after a conflict. These acts of emotional repair not only restore stability in the relationship but also subtly strengthen the emotional bond between partners. Conflict is an inevitable part of any relationship, and the key lies in how we handle it. In romantic relationships, the way conflicts are managed often determines the stability and health of the relationship. Resolving conflicts gently not only preserves the emotional bond but also strengthens trust and understanding between partners. In this section, we'll explore how to use gentle communication and rational strategies to prevent conflicts from escalating and to find effective solutions. Conflicts in romantic relationships are often triggered by heightened emotions. One partner might become irritated over trivial matters, and the other might react emotionally based on misunderstandings, leading to an escalation. The wisdom of Stoicism in handling conflicts lies in reminding us that emotions are not the essence of the problem but rather a response to it. As Epictetus said, it is not the things themselves that disturb us, but our interpretation of them. In other words, our emotional reactions are usually self-created. The actions or words of the other person do not automatically trigger a conflict but rather how we interpret those actions or words. Therefore, the key to preventing conflicts from escalating is to control our emotions and maintain rationality. When a conflict begins to surface, take a moment to pause, breathe deeply, and try to view the issue with a calmer perspective. This approach not only prevents the conflict from rapidly expanding but also leaves an impression of calmness and maturity. By responding to issues in a gentle manner, we can convey care and let our partner feel that the emotional bond is not weakened by the conflict but rather reinforced. Another core Stoic principle is to focus on what we can control, rather than what is beyond our control. This idea is highly effective in conflict resolution. In a relationship, we cannot control our partner's thoughts and feelings, but we can control how we respond to conflicts. When facing unavoidable disagreements, rational communication becomes especially important. First, expressing our feelings rationally rather than accusing the other person can help avoid misunderstandings. A gentle but clear way of expressing ourselves can make our position understood without making the other person feel attacked or belittled. For instance, replacing accusatory phrases like, "You always do this," with statements like, "I feel a bit ignored," makes the communication more constructive and reduces the likelihood of confrontation. Additionally, Stoicism's emphasis on empathy is an effective technique for resolving conflicts. Trying to understand the other person's feelings and motivations from their perspective can help in solving problems. Empathy not only eases conflicts but also shows the other person that we care about their emotions and position. This approach of resolving conflicts through understanding and empathy is both effective and enhances trust and emotional connection. After a conflict, emotional repair and relationship rebuilding are crucial. Stoicism suggests that reason is not only a tool to use during conflicts but also important in the post-conflict repair phase. Conflicts often leave emotional scars, and even after the disagreement is resolved, negative emotions may persist. If not addressed, lingering emotional issues can affect future interactions. Repairing a relationship after a conflict involves more than just apologizing and reconciling. It also includes rebuilding trust and emotional bonds. Stoic philosophy reminds us to focus on controllable details, such as providing more care and emotional support after a conflict. Through thoughtful emotional care and resonance, the relationship can not only recover but also become stronger due to deeper mutual understanding. For example, expressing appreciation for each other after the conflict or planning a warm date to reconnect can revitalize the relationship after a disagreement. Stoic philosophy believes that every conflict is an opportunity to make the relationship stronger. By applying rational thinking, emotional control, and effective communication, we can not only resolve conflicts but also deepen our emotional connection. This process of repair and rebuilding is not just about healing the relationship but also about elevating the emotional bond. While emotional control and rational thinking play crucial roles in relationships, external guidance and philosophical insights often provide additional support when facing persistent conflicts and emotional fluctuations. Stoicism, a philosophy that emphasizes rationality and self-control, can be particularly helpful in conflict management. Stoicism is not just about maintaining calm in the midst of emotions, it is a tool for deep reflection, emotional regulation, and problem solving. In the context of relationship conflicts, Stoic philosophy can enhance self-awareness and rational thinking, helping us address emotional issues more effectively. One core Stoic principle is that we cannot control external events, but we can control our reactions to them. This principle is especially important in managing conflicts within relationships. Many emotional conflicts arise from our over-emotional responses to uncontrollable external factors, while Stoicism emphasizes transforming these emotional reactions into calm responses through rational reflection. For instance, in a conflict, we cannot fully control our partner's actions or words, but we can choose how we respond. As Marcus Aurelius said, "You have power over your mind, not outside events." Realize this, and you will find strength. This idea suggests that by rationally redefining conflicts, we can not only reduce suffering but also address emotional challenges with a clearer mind. Stoicism advocates using rationality during emotional highs rather than letting emotions dictate our actions. This aligns with many conflict situations in relationships. When faced with a conflict, we often react impulsively during emotional surges, which can escalate the situation. Stoicism reminds us that rationality serves as a calm harbor amidst emotional storms. When one partner loses emotional control, the other partner's rational response can quickly diffuse the tension. Calm and organized responses can provide both parties with a space to think clearly, avoiding escalation driven by emotion. In relationships, cultivating rational thinking helps in quickly identifying the root causes of conflicts and resolving issues through dialogue rather than letting emotions dominate. For example, Epictetus stated, "It is not things themselves that disturb us, but our interpretation of those things." This perspective helps us delve deeper into the surface-level emotions and uncover the true issues behind conflicts, rather than getting entangled in transient emotional reactions from our partner. Another important Stoic concept is distinguishing between what is within our control and what is not. This mindset effectively helps individuals in relationships avoid unnecessary conflicts and stress. In relationships, we often try to change our partner's behavior, viewpoints, or emotional responses, which is often unrealistic and leads to more conflict. Stoic philosophy teaches us that the only things we can truly control are our own actions and emotional responses. For example, when disagreements arise about household roles or lifestyle expectations, we might feel frustrated. However, recognizing that these are not entirely within our control, and need to be addressed through communication and understanding, allows us to focus more on managing our own emotions rather than trying to change our partner. Stoicism encourages us to accept certain traits and behaviors of our partners rather than obsessively trying to change them, which can reduce unnecessary conflicts and make relationships more harmonious. Stoic practices go beyond theory and can be applied to daily conflict management. Regular self-reflection allows us to adjust our thought patterns and avoid falling into emotional traps during conflicts. For instance, Marcus Aurelius often wrote about self-reflection in his Meditations. This practice of self-examination helps us recognize and adjust our behavior and thinking before or after conflicts occur. When we combine emotional control with rational reflection, we find that even in the most intense emotional conflicts, we can maintain inner peace and clear thinking. Stoicism is not only a tool for dealing with external pressures but also a mindset for managing emotions and resolving conflicts in relationships. By incorporating these philosophical principles into daily interactions, individuals can better find reconciliation during conflicts and foster growth in their relationships amidst challenges. Although Stoic philosophy may seem profound, its core ideas are highly practical for managing conflicts in relationships. By focusing on emotional control, rational thinking, and distinguishing between what can and cannot be controlled, individuals can effectively resolve conflicts and build stronger, warmer emotional connections. Ultimately, as Stoicism advocates, peace and happiness stem from our inner tranquility rather than external changes. In the journey of relationships, conflicts are inevitable. However, rather than viewing these disagreements as stumbling blocks to growth, we should see them as opportunities for deeper understanding, growth, and emotional connection. Every argument or misunderstanding often hides our deepest needs and desires. By listening attentively and expressing our feelings gently, we can transform those moments of heartache into bridges that strengthen our relationship. Emotional control isn't about suppressing feelings or ignoring each other's needs. It's about finding inner calm amidst emotional storms and responding with wisdom and gentleness. Each moment of calm can be a turning point that helps turn a crisis into a chance for resolution. Effective communication isn't about complex language skills but rather about being honest and genuinely understanding what the other person is trying to convey behind the conflict. Stoicism teaches us to maintain rationality amidst emotions, but warmth and care are also essential in relationships. While rationality can help resolve disputes, love and understanding are what sustain lasting happiness. Those moments when we continue to walk hand in hand after a conflict are the most beautiful evidence of our commitment to nurturing and valuing our relationship. When facing conflict, remember that not every argument needs a right or wrong answer, and not every emotion needs to be weighed rationally. Sometimes, a simple hug or a kind word can bridge the gap of indifference and misunderstanding. Let's find that gentle strength in conflicts, fill the gaps with understanding and love, and let our relationship become stronger and warmer through each adjustment. By applying these emotional control and communication strategies, we can not only manage conflicts but also allow our relationships to grow and thrive amid challenges. Every moment of resolving a disagreement is a testament to our deep affection for one another and a sincere expression of our shared pursuit of happiness. Thank you for joining us to the end. Every relationship faces challenges, but with patience, emotional control, and understanding, we can build stronger and healthier connections. Don't forget to click subscribe and turn on the notification bell so you won't miss our next video. This is the beginning of your journey toward a more fulfilling and harmonious life, and we'll be here with you every step of the way. See you in the next video. Remember to stay kind and stay connected.